Atlanta, a city of towering buildings, bright lights, affluent homes, and beautiful people. But there is another side to the city, a side that is sometimes not seen or has been forgotten or ignored. A side of desperate need and deprivation for those who live there. This is what the Salvation Army is about, reaching out to those in need and meeting their problems, regardless of what the circumstances are. Hello, I'm Johnny Beckman. In the next few minutes, we're going to give you a look at the Salvation Army's ministries in Metro Atlanta and what impact these ministries have on the population. The Atlanta Story. The first time the people of Atlanta had a face-to-face meeting with the Salvation Army was in 1890 on Marietta Street in downtown Atlanta, when the Salvation Army held one of their famous street meetings. Since that time, the ministry of the Salvation Army has grown to a point where it now reaches over 100,000 Atlantans each year. Whether it's a pair of shoes for a school-aged child, a warm bed for a weary traveler, a safe place to play and study after school, a hot meal for an elderly person, or religious and spiritual instruction, the Salvation Army is there, meeting needs and offering answers for troubled lives. A very large part of the ministry and outreach of the Salvation Army is carried out through what is known today as the Core Community Center. These centers are the church body of the Salvation Army and constitute the main center of worship for the Army's officers, soldiers, and members. Regardless of the size of the individual corps, the goal of each one is to minister to all ages regardless of need. In the Atlanta metropolitan area, there are 7 Corps Community Centers. The Marietta Corps serves in Cobb County. The Clark Howell Corps is located in Techwood. The south area of the city is served by the Lakewood Corps. The West End Corps ministers in the southwest sector of the city. The Fulton Corps serves in the Cabbagetown area. The Atlanta Temple Corps serves in the Highland area, and the newest Corps Community Center, the Peachcrest Corps in Decatur. The ministry of the Corps Community Center offers a wide range of programs and activities for everyone. There is an organized scouting program called Guards and Sunbeams for girls through the ages of 18, and the boys participate by becoming members of the Salvation Army Adventure Corps. Other opportunities for ministry and fellowship include Home League for the ladies, the Men's Club, and the League of Mercy, a program of outreach into the community through visitation in nursing homes and hospitals. There is also an excellent opportunity for development of musical talents by becoming a member of the Corps' musical program, which includes band and songsters. An appointed Corps officer or minister oversees all of the activities and programs of the Corps, and their general responsibilities are much the same as any local church pastor. It is without a doubt that the Corps Community Center forms the basis of the Salvation Army's work in the community as it endeavors to meet the spiritual, educational, and social needs of its congregations. The Salvation Army is known the world over for the wide range of work they do in the area of social services, and the metropolitan Atlanta area is no exception. There are 4 social service centers in Atlanta, serving Douglasville, Marietta, Lawrenceville, and Atlanta proper. All of these centers are staffed by qualified personnel who are in the business of meeting an individual's needs, whether it be for food, clothing, rent or utility subsidy, a doctor's prescription, or furniture to start over with after a personal disaster. The Red Shield Lodge, which features a women's shelter and a men's lodge, is a slightly different aspect of the social services ministry, as it provides a temporary place to stay and hot meals for battered, abused, or displaced women and children, as well as a transient lodge for the men. The center can house a total of 109 people, and also offers work referral and counseling to those who desire it. Individual and family counseling are generally a part of most Salvation Army programs because it is the Army's goal to find a permanent solution to the problem as well as to meet the temporary need of the family of the individual. In today's modern society, many young people are finding themselves in need of temporary housing. It may be caused by parental shutout or abuse. It may come because of them running away or just a need for a secure place to stay until they can get their feet on the ground and find out who they are and where they fit into today's society. The Salvation Army Girls and Boys Lodges meet this need by offering the loving care that is such a vital requirement in a young person's life. The lodges were set up in 1970 for ages 12 through 19 and can now accommodate 12 girls and 5 boys in their separate facilities. Trained counselors are available, and the commitment of the staff is to promote the overall well-being of the young people and give them hope for the future, regardless of what the problem is. The key to the Salvation Army's youth program is guidance and loving care, and the goal is to instill hope for a successful future, regardless of the existing problems and circumstances. The Youth Club program in Atlanta is carried out in 3 different locations. The Bellwood Boys and Girls Clubs on Bankhead Avenue offers a number of educational and cultural activities to its youth, including intramural sports and swimming, gymnasium activities, and table games. Membership in the club also gives the youngster the opportunity to participate in the tutoring program at the center, which is designated to help them attain their highest scholastic potential through help with homework assignments and reading problems and by offering individual counseling. The goal of the Fulton Club, located in Cabbagetown, is much like the other youth clubs of the Salvation Army. Its primary purpose is to give the boys and girls an organized place to play and learn, and yet remain close to the other children in their own community. Among the features of this club are a library program, the Junior Optimists, health and hygiene classes, as well as the more athletic side of the program, which includes football, hockey, basketball, and weightlifting. The third location, the Peachcrest Club on Joy Lane in Decatur, is striving to provide its members with a program that will broaden their interests and experiences, give them the opportunity to become a valued member of their community, as well as to have fun through the various activities. Plans are underway to construct a new modern facility, better equipped to handle this rapidly growing program. As an extension of the youth program, summer day camps are also offered through the clubs as well as the core community center facilities. This summer camp program also includes Camp Grandview in the North Georgia mountains. Annually, over 3,000 youngsters and adults get a brief respite from their summer in the city by taking part in the camp program. From relaxing rides on the lake to organized sports activities, the recreational and spiritual needs of hundreds of Atlantans are met each year through the camping program. The Salvation Army sees the results of the abuse of alcohol and how that abuse can become a way of life and destroy an individual. But what happens if that person decides that they want to do something about the problem? Well, this is where the adult rehabilitation centers of the Salvation Army come into the picture. The ARC operates a center in the city of Atlanta that specializes in rehabilitation and regeneration for the alcoholic. The ARC, located on Marietta Street, operates entirely from the funds that are generated through the sale of donated merchandise in the thrift stores. They have an organized program designed to rehabilitate the body, mind, and spirit of those who are addicted to alcohol and have a desire to get help for the problem. Another vital and interesting service offered to Atlanta's needy is the Free Meals program, the first of which is operated out of the Fulton Girls Club in Cabbagetown. This program feeds approximately 200 people each day between the hours of 11:30 and 2. This Salvation Army program is unique in that it is operated by local neighborhood people for the neighborhood. The second facet of the program is operated from the mobile disaster canteen 6 nights a week from 5:30 until 8 p.m. and serves approximately 171 persons each evening. As is indicated by the term mobile canteen, this service is different from the Cabbagetown program in that it feeds in approximately 6 different neighborhoods each night. One segment of American society that sometimes becomes lost in the shuffle of everyday life is that of our senior citizens. The Salvation Army sees this need and is making an effort to meet it by developing a program for our elderly through the facilities of the Marietta Corps in Cobb County. Their program operates Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30 and offers a varied schedule of recreation, arts and crafts, educational seminars, such as avoiding fraud and health care for the elderly, as well as various and interesting field trips. The Salvation Army feels that the senior citizens of Atlanta are still a very valuable part of the society, and they are endeavoring to minister to their time-of-life situations through this program. Atlanta is also the location of the Salvation Army Divisional Headquarters for the state of Georgia, the territorial headquarters for the Salvation Army in 15 southern states, and the Territorial School for Officers Training. We are proud to say that Atlanta is an important part of the overall operation of the Salvation Army in the Southern Territory. But even more importantly, the services that the Salvation Army offers in Atlanta are meeting needs in people's lives. As you have just seen, the purpose for the work of the Salvation Army is twofold, that of spiritual redemption and social reformation. In expressing this unique mission, the Salvation Army combines worship and social service in hopes of alleviating the physical, mental, social, and spiritual distresses of mankind. By demonstrating rather than merely telling people about the all-encompassing, all-redeeming love of God, the Salvation Army is serving on the front lines of human need, providing hope for the future through the varied ministries of the Salvation Army.